Nestled deep within the rugged landscape of Karnataka, India, a land already rich in ancient history and archaeological wonders, stands Maliabad Fort, a colossal enigma that throws into sharp relief the limitations of our current understanding of the past. While officially attributed to the 13th century Delhi Sultanate, a closer examination of this monumental structure reveals a narrative far more complex, more ancient, and potentially revolutionary. Maliabad Fort is not merely a medieval bastion. It's a palimpsest of history, with layers of occupation and construction that hint at a civilization lost to time. A civilization capable of feats of engineering that defy conventional explanations.
The immediate and overwhelming challenge to the accepted narrative comes from the fort's perimeter walls. Imagine a structure that stretches for a staggering 5 kilometers, encircling a vast area. These aren't the typical, relatively modest fortifications of medieval India. These walls rise almost 10 meters in height, a formidable barrier constructed from granite blocks of truly colossal proportions. Some of these blocks reach lengths of 6 meters and weigh multiple tons, dwarfing the stones used in most historical fortifications. But it's not just the size that's remarkable, it's the method of construction. This is Cyclopean masonry, a technique characterized by the use of massive, irregularly shaped stones, fitted together with an almost unbelievable precision without any mortar or binding agent whatsoever. The stones are interlocked so perfectly, so seamlessly, that the joints are virtually invisible. As the saying goes, you couldn't slip a blade of grass between them. This isn't the work of hasty construction. It's a testament to an almost incomprehensible level of skill and planning. They also possess amazing resilience to earthquakes. This type of masonry is profoundly significant because it's not characteristic of the Delhi Sultanate, nor of any other known medieval Indian power. Instead, it bears a striking, undeniable resemblance to the Cyclopean walls found at ancient megalithic sites across the globe. Consider Sacsayhuaman, the colossal Inca fortress near Cusco, Peru. The similarities are uncanny. The same massive, irregularly shaped stones, the same perfect interlocking, the same absence of mortar. The parallels extend to Mycenaean Greece, with its Lion Gate and the treasury of Atreus, to the enigmatic stone platforms of Easter Island, and to numerous other sites scattered across the continents. This raises a fundamental and deeply unsettling question. Is this global distribution of Cyclopean masonry a mere coincidence, a case of independent invention across vastly different cultures and time periods? Or does it point to something far more profound? A shared cultural heritage, a lost technological tradition, or perhaps even a forgotten, globally connected civilization that predates our current understanding of history? The granite itself presents another layer of the puzzle. Granite is notoriously difficult to work, even with modern tools and machinery. It's incredibly hard and resistant to shaping. To quarry blocks of the size found at Maliabad, to transport them over significant distances, the quarry source remains unknown. And then to lift and precisely position them with such accuracy would have required an extraordinary level of social organization, engineering knowledge, and technological capability. Consider the logistics. How are these multi-ton blocks extracted from the earth? What tools were used? How were they moved across the terrain, potentially over considerable distances? And most crucially, how were they lifted into place and fitted together with such breathtaking precision? The accepted 13th century timeline simply doesn't offer a plausible explanation for these feats. The Delhi Sultanate, while skilled builders, primarily worked with smaller, more manageable stones and employed mortar-based construction techniques. Their architectural style, heavily influenced by Persian and Central Asian traditions, favored arches, domes, and intricate decorative elements, features conspicuously absent from the core structure of Maliabad's walls. The stones are smoothly polished on their faces, meaning they offer no easy footholds. The construction goes beyond the surface level. The exterior of perfectly fitted granite is backed by another layer of stone, which is then backed by rubble. This is similar to the Romans' opus caementicium, however, without the cement. The 13th century was a period of significant upheaval and transformation in India. The Delhi Sultanate, a powerful Islamic empire originating from Central Asia, had extended its dominion across much of the subcontinent, establishing a new political and cultural order. These were undoubtedly skilled administrators and builders, responsible for impressive mosques, tombs, and fortifications. It's entirely plausible, and indeed highly probable, that the Sultanate utilized Maliabad Fort, recognizing its strategic importance. The fort's location, commanding access to the surrounding region and controlling key trade routes, would have made it an invaluable asset. It likely served as a military garrison, protecting the Sultanate's borders from rivals and potential invaders, particularly the ever-present threat of Mongol incursions. It would also have functioned as an administrative center, a place for collecting taxes, enforcing laws, and projecting the Sultanate's power into the local populace. The presence of marketplaces and trade routes nearby would have further enhanced the fort's importance as a hub of commerce and communication. However, while the Sultanate certainly occupied and likely modified Maliabad Fort, the overwhelming evidence suggests that they did not build its core structure, the Cyclopean walls. The architectural style, the construction techniques, and the sheer scale of the undertaking are simply incompatible with the Sultanate's known capabilities and building practices. They may have added to the fort, repaired sections, or built secondary structures, but the foundational elements point to a far older, far more mysterious origin. Beyond the Cyclopean masonry itself, numerous other anomalies further challenge the official narrative and point towards a prehistoric origin for Maliabad Fort. Within the vicinity of the fort lies a Shiva temple, a site of religious significance. While temples are often renovated and rebuilt over centuries, the exquisite craftsmanship of the black granite Nandi statue and the Shiva lingam within this temple raises questions. The polished surfaces and intricate details suggest a level of artistry and precision that seems incongruous with the 13th century context. Even more intriguing, discovered remnants of prehistoric stone blocks within and around the temple, bearing what appear to be machine-like marks and cuts, impossibly precise for hand tools. These markings, if authenticated, would further strengthen the case for a prehistoric origin. Maliabad Fort stands as a profound challenge to conventional historical timelines and a testament to the potential for undiscovered, advanced civilizations in our ancient past. The evidence, while circumstantial in some respects, strongly suggests that the accepted 13th century dating only accounts for a later phase of the fort's history, a period of occupation and modification by the Delhi Sultanate. The core structure, particularly the Cyclopean walls, exhibits characteristics that unequivocally point towards a far more ancient origin, possibly predating any known civilization in the region.